it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tigers offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Singleton. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Coleman. Shoved out of bounds after a big game. They'll mark it at the plus 42. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's taking the shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Taylor wants to throw it. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage.
Oh, to space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move.
Intercepted. Looking for more room. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
And how about the rough starts for these offenses? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early. First drives to get something going. Both of them turn it over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
As
as a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least
looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Oklahoma State proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Pokes team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The give to the tailback. There he goes. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Caught in the backfield. It's Presley. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Taylor wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. And the Cardinals will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0. Can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go right back to it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Back to pass. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing.
That's caught. It's Simmons. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money man. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way. Oh,
he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolled. They might put up a 50-burner. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy 1st down.
Looking for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. 2nd down, he'll throw it. On the run, still looking. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take...
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. Now he can return this. The 50, the 40, past the 20. He takes it the distance, and you can give him 2.
And it's so great to see the resiliency of this defense because they've been on the field now for a few minutes, right? This offense has been churning play after play after play, and they're getting yards, but the defense never quit. They were able to get to the ball, force the turnover, get possession, and now they get a much-deserved rest.
Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Taylor wants to throw it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd down, going up top. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football all week.
Wide open spaces.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
They go to the ground. It's a seam wide open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the run.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gives it on the option. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Catch in the middle. It's Thompson. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Needing a conversion, Auburn comes to the line on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big guy smells it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The play-action fake. Under fire. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that... Touchdown, Auburn! Puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Taylor wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Still running at the 40. Turning it on. All the way down to the 15-yard line. That's where he goes out of bounds as this offense had it cooking on that one. You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job with the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Touchdown, Cardinals! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by a field goal over UConn. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Looking downfield on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He splits the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
So backing up with that penalty, and they can feel their own goalpost looming over their shoulder. They'll take any help you can get with that penalty yardage, but it's still third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Slings it downfield. It's caught downfield. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll do it himself. Hard running there. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So here comes the Auburn offense. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive. Find those couple plays you like. Push the ball down the field. At least try to get a field goal here.
He'll take a shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to change this route. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Auburn. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll go to the ground. Plows through the defense. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Taylor wants to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the plains.
Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions that really need to cash in on this drive. At the 35, he's got room. Turning on the Jets. He's loose. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. And the Cardinals trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
The quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone, helping your offense out.
The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Good, right down the boulevard.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Oh, man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backward?
There he goes! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the 1st down.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. On the ground, it's Robinson. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
The Cardinals can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield, and created the negative play.
Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. Complete to the left. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Cardinals with the 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the 3rd quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll trim the deficit to 15. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistake.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Frazier. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Skips away from pressure. Quickly out to the tight end. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down for Auburn.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that.
He unleashes a long one. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Gets the back moving. Little touch pass to the receiver. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds his man. It's Simmons. Touchdown, Tigers. And the beatdown has ensued. He has been unstoppable. The ultimate dual threat. Positively Cam-tastic.
And that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Taylor wants to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Weatherly. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Gonna run it. It's Ashley. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So first down will open up the final period. They'll ride the hot hand, finding open areas. Lots of running room. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough.
He lofts one down the sideline. It's a big stride inside the 10. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So here comes the Auburn offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the
oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll give it to him again. Oh, a lot of space. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Singleton. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains, it's first down at the 27. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They get him down with this offensive setup. First and goal from the 9.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football.
Touchdown, Tiger! And the punishment has been extended.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Kansas State was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in the Little Apple. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been those K-State fans who will enjoy this win. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy.
There he goes. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Power football with the run. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
The Cardinals are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Taylor wants to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying play action. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give as they work on that clock. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it from the gun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The running back has it. Makes him talk to the hand. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Auburn going to work with another first down. They're going to ride this running back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The Cardinals are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Taylor wants to throw it. Bring in the heat. He's going to take off. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. They were unfazed by that earlier throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. One more play to pad the stats. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and still on his feet. Bringing it back. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.